Welcome back, everybody, to the Raising Special Kids Quick Connect Facebook Live series. I'm Brittany Miller, and I'm excited about today's topic. So welcome for everyone that's jumping on. Happy fall. It's been so nice to have the weather change and actually feel like we have seasons here in Arizona. As an Arizona a native myself, I truly appreciate that. I'm sure you all do too. Welcome to our Raising Special Kids Quick Connect for today. We have a great topic, and so I am just going to dive into it because there are a ton of resources that we have to share with you. Now, in the pinned comment, some of those resources are there, but admittedly, it wouldn't fit them all. So when I am done with this broadcast, I will go in and put in the extra links in regards to some of the support groups and things that I'm going to discuss with you today. So just to kind of preface things, today we are going to be talking about support and resources for family caregivers. Many of you may know that it is National Family Caregivers Month for November, and also in the spirit of Thanksgiving, we're so grateful for the families we get to serve at Raising Special Kids. We have so many steadfast, amazing, devoted, selfless caregivers who go without sleep, give everything to their children with disabilities and caring for them and giving them the best quality of life possible. We know it can be very fulfilling. I know that personally, but we also know it can be wearing and sometimes stressful. And having the support and resources available helps us get through those difficult times, and just finding that community and understanding and connecting with others who understand what you're going through. So I'm really excited to share some of these wonderful resources that we have locally here in our state, even nationally, all in support of family caregivers. So first up, the Arizona Caregiver Coalition. So they're a wonderful organization that can provide many sources of support for family caregivers. This is kind of an unknown thing a lot of families don't know about, and so they do something called a respite program. So for families whose children or loved ones do not qualify for services through the Division of Developmental Disabilities or Arizona Long-Term Care, and they don't have the ability to get respite services through those agencies, the Arizona Caregiver Coalition has the ability to provide respite funding to a family to provide and pay for respite services. So they do not provide the caregiver for you. This would be more so you have a respite provider or a caregiver you have found that would like to work for your family and help you with your loved one. And the Arizona Caregiver Coalition has funding available through the Department of Economic Security that you can apply for to help pay for that. It's an awesome option. A lot of families don't know about that, so we want you to. So we will put that website link in the comments. They also can help pay for an adult to go to a day program so the parent can get a break. And there's, of course, eligibility criteria you have to meet and a certain amount of hours they'll pay for. So I encourage you to check out their website for more information. They also have a caregiver resource line. I'll put that info in the comments as well. So if you just need someone to talk to, being a caregiver can be stressful and isolating sometimes. This caregiver resource line, you can call and get advice from someone who understands. They can connect you with resources and just be there as a source of support in your day-to-day activities and life caring for your loved one. They also have toolkits online. They have training classes, all catered towards caregivers and to support us on this journey we're all on. So Arizona Caregiver Coalition is awesome, and I encourage you guys to check them out. Another nonprofit that does wonderful things for our families raising kids with disabilities in our state is called Care for the Caregivers. And I love their mission statement. They aim to reduce caregiver burnout and build the resiliency of caregivers of children with disabilities by providing them with easy to access tools that focus on mindfulness, education, and community. So of course their website is in the comments. Care for the Caregivers, they do lots of different things. So they have free support groups that are run by licensed therapists. You can get counseling through them. They also do fun activities like dinners out where parents can meet other parents and get out for the evening, and they have them all over the valley, which is nice. Some events in Tucson too, just to make sure as many parents can participate as possible. They have painting events, weekly coffee meetups, a lot of resources on their website. Connections with other families raising kids with disabilities. They're a great nonprofit, and we're grateful for the support they offer to our community. Amanda Hope Rainbow Angels. They are another wonderful nonprofit. We're so lucky we live in a state where there's so many good people, creating these organizations to serve our community. This wonderful nonprofit was founded in celebration of Amanda Hope's life, who passed away from childhood cancer. And their mission is to support families who have children with pediatric cancer or life-threatening diseases. They provide counseling. You can apply for support with them. They have support groups, activities, spa days, craft days, teen nights, and so forth. A lot of great things Amanda Hope Rainbow Angels does for the community, and many of our families have benefited from their compassionate support and services. A national organization you may have not heard of is Caregiver Action Network. So they are the largest and our nation's leading caregiver organization that specifically focuses on serving, and I read the statistic and I was surprised, over 90 million Americans who are caring for a loved one with a chronic condition, a disability, an elderly individual in their family, etc. So there's 90 million of us in the United States acting as family caregivers, and this large network has a wealth of resources for families doing this job day to day, right? So they have toolkits, they have training classes online. Something I thought was neat too, they have a care chat. So if you would just like to get online and talk with other caregivers around the United States, just to have someone to be there for you, to connect with, you can do so on the Caregiver Action Network website. And they have different forums with different topics that you can join and participate in. They also have a support line, a help desk. So again, if you just need support, if you're dealing with stress, you're feeling lonely or isolated, or you just need some advice on how to handle the challenges you've been given, you can call their hotline number as well, and they're free of charge. It's an amazing resource, and they are really spreading a lot of awareness about the need for support for family caregivers and spearheading a lot of the celebration and recognition for National Family Caregivers Month for November. So they're a great organization to check out. So, in addition to some of these organizations, there are support groups. As a parent of a child with a disability myself, there's nothing like talking to someone that understands what you're going through. And so there are some great support groups in Arizona for families. I will put their information in the chat when I'm finished here. But some of the organizations that we like to connect families with, Autism Society of Greater Phoenix and Southern Arizona, have support groups for parents, individuals, and families. NAMI, Valley of the Sun, they have support groups as well for individuals suffering from mental illness or their families taking care of them. They're a wonderful support organization. Epilepsy Foundation of Arizona, they have support groups as well for the epilepsy community. The Family Involvement Center, they're another great nonprofit that serves our state and specifically serves families who have children with behavioral health needs and conditions. They have peer support groups, all kinds of programs to support that population, and we love referring families to them. So really, there are so many support groups out there. There are more, but for many diagnoses, whether it's finding a social media group and connecting online, or looking for a local Facebook group, or actually in-person group, please call Raising Special Kids. Our number is 602-242-4366. We can help you find one, and we'd be happy to share with you these resources and also connect you with a parent who understands what you're going through. So my favorite resource I'm sharing today is our Raising Special Kids parent-to-parent program. So on the note of there's nothing like the best medicine when you're talking to a parent who understands what you're going through, our parent-to-parent program is one of the beloved programs at Raising Special Kids. So we have wonderful, seasoned, experienced parent mentors who we've trained. We call them parent leaders, and they have children with a variety of diagnoses and developmental disabilities. And we can connect families with a parent mentor, a parent leader who understands what they're going through. So if you would like to connect with a parent, maybe talk to someone who has the same diagnosis as your child, or maybe you want some advice from a parent who's gone through, that turning 18 guardianship process, and you want to see what it was like for that family or how they decided what to do. Or maybe your child had a medical procedure such as a G-tube, and you want to talk to a parent who's gone through that before. The possibilities are endless, but we have an amazing parent leader team. Our Raising Special Kids staff that makes these connections really do so in a heartfelt way to make sure families get that support they need. I benefited from it early on in my child's journey, and it's so comforting to talk to someone who understands what you're going through. So please, our contact information is in the chat. If you would like to be connected with a family support specialist, get a hold of us. We can support you. And if you're interested in a parent-to-parent connection, let your family support specialist know and we can set that up. Some additional resources I want to share before we close. The Arizona Department of Economic Security, they have a great section on their website devoted to caregiver resources. We will share that info too. A national organization, caregiver.org, does as well. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, they have a slew of caregiver resources on their website. It does make me happy that our government agencies are recognizing the need to support family caregivers and providing tools and information and resources for us to utilize. And USA.gov does as well. So please, I encourage you to check those out. In closing, we hope that these resources will help you on your journey. Of course, Raising Special Kids is here for families. So if you would like to talk to someone, if you're a family caregiver and you need some advice or want to reach out and get guidance or even help and hope on your journey, that is what we're here for. As Arizona's Parent Training and Information Center, we're here to serve our Arizona families raising children with disabilities. Happy National Family Caregivers Month. Happy Thanksgiving. We are grateful for all of you, and we will see you next time.